Hello friends, welcome to Ikra Technology. Let's learn about enums in Python. So enum is a short form for enumeration. So what is mean by enumeration? It is a feature in Python that allows you to define a set of constants, or you can say a group of constant. So you can better understand this with an example of days of week. We know there are 7 days of week. We cannot say that there will be 6 days or 5 days or 10 days in a week. We know it is fixed 7 days, and 7 days have fixed dedicated names like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We cannot change the name as per our requirement, right? It's a fixed value and it's a group of fixed value. So to represent this, we can use enums in Python. Now why use enums? We can use list or we can use tuple. Why use enums? So first, list can be manipulated. Second thing is, by using enum we can access them properly and they will be grouped together, and whenever we are working with this constant value, they will be logically grouped. Okay, so why use enums? Enums are useful in situation where we have fixed set of related values, as I said this, such as days of week, directions. Now you can consider direction. We know there are 4 direction: east, west, north, south. States, we know there are certain number of states, that if it's an e-commerce website, then we have pending, order completed, order in progress. So these are the different types of states, and if we are selling certain products, then it has certain categories. These are fixed, these are not gonna change. So but you want to group them together and you want to access them uh, clearly rather than representing them using some strings. So that's where the enums comes into the picture. Now let's see how to define an enum. Enum is not present in Python's built-in module. So in order to use enum, you must import enum from the enum module. Okay, then when we create a class, we must use enum in the parenthesis to tell the interpreter that we are creating an enum class. Okay, now it, like any other constant we create, we have to write some name and some value to this constant. This is the syntax of enums. Now let's see an example. Here we are creating an enums for directions. First we will import the enum, then we will create the directions. Now we know there are only 4 directions, so we are giving north, east, south, west direction. Now I want to access, suppose I want to access the northern direction, so I'll write direction dot north. Then suppose I want to access the direction name, then I'll write north dot name. If I'll write name, I'll get the one on left hand side. If I'll write the value, I'll get the one on right hand side, as it is how it's represented. Then if I want to access it by index, I can do that too. I'll write direction of 3, so it will give me south. Now if you can iterate through enums like you iterate to any other iterators like list or dictionary. So in order to iterate, you can use for loop, and if you want to print each direction, you can use direction dot name. So it will first take north, then east, then south, then west, and print them one by one. Now let's see a better example. Imagine you are building a simple application to manage a weekly schedule. Using enums can help you represent the days of week in clear and structured way. Now there is a use case where you are creating an application which manages the weekly schedule. So you are creating an enum by importing and then creating it, an enum called day, where you are assigning them value. Now you want to check if the you have created a function where you are checking if it's weekend or not. So you are checking if day is Saturday or Sunday, then it's weekend, or else it's not a weekend. So here you have some use case where you must check if it's a weekend or not. If it's a weekend, then print it's a weekend, or print it's a weekday. So that's where you can use enum. Let's quickly revise what we learned. Enum stands for enumeration, where you group the constant logically. There are certain groups of constant that never changes. You can group them using enum. You must import the enum from enum module and then use the enum with the class. You can define their value and access them like any other iterables using loops. So yeah, that's all about today's video. Thank you.